Hello, this is a message for someone who's feeling right now sort of mortified. And if this message is for you, it's because you feel like people or someone specifically is seeing you for who you actually are, the good and the bad. And it's making you ashamed, and it's making you embarrassed, and it's making you feel like naked in front of this person. So maybe this person is a therapist. Maybe it's someone you're really close to, someone knows you very well, but someone that maybe for a while, like you knew this person a long time, maybe for a while you wanted to tell yourself that they didn't see you exactly for who you are. Maybe it didn't make sense to you how this person was so, maybe it's a therapist, so supportive, knowing full well what the extent of your shortcomings, but it's like now you're realizing they are fully aware of your shortcomings and they just are that supportive either way. So maybe you're feeling a sense of what they call it, like you're humbled in a way because you're like, wow, like what a good therapist or what a supportive therapist, but like shit, I guess they do see, like you're being forced to look at yourself through the eyes of this person, because this person is not rejecting you, but it's like keeping it real with you and holding you accountable. So, but they're also being supportive, and maybe it's a significant other. I guess it could be anyone, it could be a brother, it could be a sister, who knows. But what I'm getting here is that you feel a sense of being in the nude and feeling like there's nowhere to hide, and any illusions you had of this person being like aloof to the extent of your shortcomings, it's like fading. Like you just are convinced now that they know whatever you, it's like you were maybe trying to downplay something. Maybe you've been trying to downplay something for a while, or a number of things, and you imagined that this person was the way they were towards you because they didn't know these things about you or whatever the case. And now you're realizing they did know these things about me. They were just that way anyway. So you feel a bit like humbled and embarrassed and, uncomfortable and awkward. And there's like a temptation to self-reject and almost to like, avoid this person too, because like you feel so, it's unnerving a little bit, right? But what you need to understand here is the message that I'm getting is that you're being shown unconditional love. This is a lesson in that for you. Maybe you hadn't experienced it before. Maybe you were experiencing it and you weren't aware that you were experiencing it. But now it's like it's clearly being shown to you how this person has been unconditionally loving and supportive towards you. And so it's an invitation to learn to be that towards yourself and others through this experience you're having with this person, okay? So that's the purpose of you going through this with this person. It seems to me like an agreement that was made before being born by both parts. That's what I'm getting. This was an agreement. So yeah, maybe it's a parent. I don't know what connection it is, in case that wasn't clear, okay? I don't know at all. It could be many different scenarios is what I'm getting. I guess the more people watch this, the more scenarios happen in these collective readings, and it's overwhelming for me sometimes because, yeah, for many, many, many years, I've done only personal readings, and so to now the collective readings, again, as the audience or whatever is growing, I can tell like so many scenarios bombard me at once, and I'll get like a core message, but then I'll get like a split, like like in, I don't even know if they do this anymore. I think maybe still at Best Buy or somewhere, where they have like all those stores with all the TVs, and like imagine if each TV is playing a different channel, and that's like what it's like for me. I get like overwhelmed by scenarios, but they all seem to have a core message, okay? So I just try to stay on track of the core message. Then sometimes too, I start seeing how it relates to me possibly. And then it gets really overwhelming. So I like it when messages have nothing to do with me. And so then I can give a more clear message, I feel like. Or when messages have nothing to do with even people I'm close to or I know, because then my mind doesn't wander off to, wait a minute, is this message about so and so in my life or so and so on me? Or you know what I mean? Like that happens. So I try to, yeah, stay focused. Okay, so going back to this, the core message within all these different possibilities is that this was an agreement that was made between this person and you before you were born, to have this experience together in which you show them, not you teach them through action what unconditional love is, and they learn it. That was the agreement. That was the agreement. Kind of beautiful if you think about it. So it's like you and this soul agreed that you would come together at this time and you would have a complicated ongoing relationship in which you would act as a mirror for each other in a way, and through that you would learn unconditional love. But what I'm getting is this person knew all about unconditional love. This person you made the agreement with is something in their nature where funny, I'm getting like all this thing, like, I mean, okay, what I'm getting is some kind of like, this is so interesting, some kind of like earth angel energy, which is rooted in unconditional love, right? And sometimes, I mean, not to get too personal here, geez, but like, sometimes I feel, you know, and I come from a non-religious background, so it's a weird thing to think about oneself, but sometimes I feel like God, like that's the kind of path God has for me, right? Like I'm supposed to just be the best version of myself here for God and for the service of others. And I am, you know, rooted in light. So even in my darkness, I just go back to the light. So this person is like that. And so they were meant to be your light in the darkness. They agreed to do that, and they wanted to teach you, I guess, out of, yeah, unconditional love, to do that for yourself. So it's a person, it's a commitment here, pre this lifetime, to bring you into the light. You agreed you would do the work, because it's going to take work on your part, because you're a person that has struggled in the shadows if this message is for you. And the same that, you know, people like me or this person you made the agreement with, we like feel so compelled to the light, regardless of the darkness we find ourselves in. For you, it's a problem of feeling compelled towards the darkness, no matter the light you find yourself in. So it's almost like a yin and yang relationship, because this person learns about their dark side through you, and you know, they grow through that by seeing, you know, by you mirroring certain things as well. And so they learn to integrate it, and they learn to not reject that as well, and more so integrate it and heal it. And with this person, they reflect back to you such light that you can't help but see it in yourself as well. And so that helps you grow in that. Okay, so yeah, you guys made this beautiful agreement before this lifetime that you were gonna be in this complicated journey together to show each other basically unconditional love, and this person was gonna show you how to do that. This person was gonna show you in action what unconditional love is, and you would eventually join them in that and grow in the light. So this is a beautiful message. But if you feel so embarrassed and uncomfortable with this person and naked, understand that this was the agreement. And yeah, maybe you're naked, but maybe just go take a swim in these waters. You know, I grew up going to nudist beaches, and there's literally nothing better than going skinny dipping. So yes, you're naked, that's okay. Go take a nice swim in these waters and embrace the light. So I hope that was helpful.